This is the Throttle Out Show presented by Vixen Industries, the only show where monster truck drivers and mechanics come together to present what's happening in the monster truck community. It's the ultimate combination of torque, horsepower, and trash talk. And now for your hosts. First, straight out of the heart of Detroit Rock City, it's Kid Rock's neighbor and former driver of the BKT ride truck. It's Austin Spence. And the duo deep in the heart of Texas, it's the show owner and daughter of a man who conquered the industry for over 20 years. It's Harley Johnson, along with everyone's favorite Bryce Kenny lookalike, Austin Tweedy. So go ahead, fuel up, strap in, and remember, when in doubt, throttle out.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in tonight. I'm hanging out in my little brother Cameron's bedroom right now. I'm visiting the family right now. We had I guess you could call a hometown show with Triple B Motorsports this past weekend in Benton, Missouri. It's about 45 minutes away from where I grew up. So I'm here hanging out for a couple days. My brother Cameron's cool enough to let me use his room. It's probably the best spot in the house for Wi-Fi purposes anyways. As you can see back here, this is what he looked like when he was a baby. So I wanted to show everybody what he used to look like. He used to be really cool, just a chubby little guy. Now, then he grew up, got skinny, now he sits down to pee. But at least he was cool enough to let me use his bedroom tonight. And what's going on? I hope everybody had a great weekend. And Miss Harley Jo, are you there? Are you with us?
I'm here. It's been a whole week, guys, since we've been on. Can you believe that?
Yeah, and you know what? Something I thought was pretty interesting is on last Monday's stream, Spence said, "See y'all on Monday," and we were making fun of him at the end of the stream. And what do you know? It was going to be a week before we saw everybody else. And yeah. Spence will not be on tonight. I just got off the phone with him before we went live. He's hung up at the hotel. His Wi-Fi's not working, so he's going to be watching, I'm sure, somehow. And I wish he was on here with us. However, to the guy that some people hate, to the guy that most people love and laugh at and identify and bond with, he's back on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time streaming from his new home, Cooper Knuckles.
I'm alive.
You're alive.
Hello. I'm here. It's amazing. The Wi-Fi is pretty good, I think. I'm online, so that's one thing. But it's been amazing. 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks, I think.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
It feels longer than that. That's it?
It really does. Maybe it was 3. I don't know. But I'm here now. I'm happy. I'll be back every week now.
So you're in your first house. This is the first house that you bought, right, Coop?
Yes, and hopefully the last, because moving is awful. Spent all weekend on it. Didn't expect it. I thought we were gonna get through it in a pretty easy way. Yeah, we didn't. We're still we're 70% done. And all
it
the
never
rest
works out to be that,
stuff.
man. It never works out to be like that, man. You think you're gonna have a closing date, and it just drags on, and it sucks. However, I'm glad you're here. Your setup looks like it's gonna be pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, this is just the beginning. I've been looking at rag carpets or some type of shaggy carpets I was gonna put on the wall. I don't know. Maybe put some weird art, or I'll paint it black. I don't know. I just painted it white though, so maybe not. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is just the beginning, so a lot more to come.
Nonetheless, my brother, I'm glad that you're back with us. A lot has happened in the industry over the weekend. A lot has happened in monster trucks. A lot has happened since you've been gone, but especially over this past weekend, man. Y'all, it is officially, I mean, the summer shows are underway now. All the cool speedway shows, every place is open up because it's warming up. All the COVID rules are kind of going away now. Everything's opening up, and we're about to see a lot of damn monster truck shows, y'all. A lot of shows are happening right now. And Harley, I don't know what you got for footage. I want to ask you a question. Do you have footage from Lee Plato for tonight by chance?
I don't, unfortunately, no. I'm sorry.
So I was going to say, I've been caught up in a bunch of stuff over here, y'all. Been working the ride truck, driving the rig, and literally as I sat down here is like the first time I've actually had a chance to like look through my messages and everything. I saw that Lee Plato had sent us a bunch of stuff. They had a show out on the West Coast somewhere where both he and Shane were supposed to drive, and Lee actually got sick. He got so sick, he had to have somebody come in and fill in for him, which was Hunter Souza, who has worked for Team Throttle Monster in the past. And I guess Hunter drove the truck, he and Shane side by side. And I guess they had a pretty decent time. Lee had sent us a bunch of beautiful footage. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to go through all of it, but I saw they sent us all that. Lee, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting our show and watching us. And we will get back to broadcasting everything that y'all have going on out there with the world's youngest monster truck driver. We appreciate y'all, and we definitely support your team. And we just apologize that your footage didn't make the cut for the show. We've just been running on the ragged edge. Harley is not only the show owner, she is preparing for our big trip. She's sawing her car. She's got a lot on her plate right now.
Oh,
and
gee.
she's been catching up on everything last minute today. So, Harley Joe, where would you like to get started?
Well, where would you like to start? Do you want to start with like Monster Jam stuff? There was also an Allstar Monster show, and then also the Hot Wheels Live actually debuted their first Glow Party tour show.
Let's do some Hot Wheels stuff. I want to know what happened with the Hot Wheels, because I only saw a couple of pictures. So fill us in on what happened with Hot Wheels. Weren't they up there near Chicago YL this past weekend?
Yeah, they were somewhere,
were
you
they?
might know this, called Hoffman Estates, Illinois, if you know where that is.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know the
No.
results from the show, but Mike Hedman had filmed a bunch of stuff from the show. That'll just put it up. I mean, just watching the clips,
Whoa.
this looks like really cool. Like,
Yo.
and like
looks like
probably like 80% of the show they had the lights off, so that was pretty cool.
That
we
is
need to have a
actually
couple beers and
sweet.
go to one of these shows.
Yeah. Every truck had lights. Some of them flashed, some of them didn't. From all of the footage that Mike Hedman had posted on his Facebook, a majority of the show, the lights were off. They did have to turn the lights on for a couple trucks that came out that their lights weren't working, but they shut them back off when the other trucks came out, which was pretty cool.
I
pretty
can totally
cool.
see Monster Jam being completely pissed off they didn't think of this idea first.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
there was
this-
one truck that had lights like this, and it was the Max D. I'm trying to figure out what year it was, but remember, they had it for a whole first quarter. It was LED lights all over the body. It was a
Really?
pain, because he wrecked it every week. So that's when Josh Dyke came in. He was the LED guy. Then he became the guy.
So I'm going to tell you all a little secret that I heard about the show. I don't know how true it is, but I heard this show sucked.
What? I mean,
I'm
look at
being
all
dead
the
serious.
people, though. I mean, look at all the seats they sold.
I heard this show
Talk
sucked
them up.
so bad that people said they never want to go back to it again.
Do you know why? Like, what was the reasoning why it was so bad? Because this looks like a typical
I
Hot
heard-
Wheels show.
I heard that it was the way that the show actually flowed. I heard that it was all over the place. I heard there's actually only one round of racing.
I don't know. I don't know what typically goes on at a Hot Wheels show, but this doesn't look like far off from a typical Hot
I
Wheels
mean-
show. So
No,
Does
I mean, you're
Elon
right.
Musk need to buy Hot Wheels and
Elon Musk needs to, yeah. No, he add that to his list. But no, I heard that show was just awful, and the way that the show flowed, people don't ever want to go back to it again. Like I said, I don't know.
well,
how true
maybe
that
it was their first show back in the States because they've been in Europe for feels like the past 2 months. So maybe they're just trying to get their show flow, I don't know, back together in the States. I don't know.
So, anyways, there's that to consider. However, it looked pretty freaking awesome, though. I'm not gonna lie. Good old concrete and car show never disappoints. I don't think, anyways. Especially when you're doing the glow in the dark stuff. I mean, I don't know.
I've
I'm a
actually
fan.
never seen
I
something
thought it
like
looked
that.
cool. I thought it was sweet.
Yeah, I mean, imagine in a stadium if they did that. I mean, it would probably be a little dangerous for sure for the amount of big air, but I think it would be kind of cool to see that in a stadium.
So that was Hot Wheels, Hoffman Estates. Thank you, Mike Hedman, for that footage. Harley Joe, what happened with that All-Star tour this past weekend?
The All-Star Tour was in, I wrote it down. Oh, Dixon, Tennessee. All this footage is from Nate Bay. He always gets great footage of these independent shows.
Nate Bay.
Let's see. Best trick winner was Tim Jones in Twisted Addiction. Your
Nice.
racing winner was Heavy Metal. Your freestyle winner was also heavy metal, and your overall winner for the show was Tim Jones in Twisted Addiction.
Very nice. Tim Jones is a madman. Love watching this guy drive. People are saying
Where
the
was
stream
this at?
keeps freezing.
Oh, does it?
Coop, are you ruining the stream your first day back?
I don't think so. I was just looking at it on YouTube, and it don't look like it's freezing.
Stream
Jeremy
is
Parsons saying
freezing.
it's definitely Coop's fault.
It is not my fault.
Break out the tinfoil hat.
Oh yeah, it's doing that thing again where it like. Hold on.
Oh, like it gets stuck
It's
on the
just
one
stuck
thing.
on one clip, like replaying itself again.
Son of a biscuit. Well, there's only one thing we can do.
What's that?
That's
Leave a
restart
bad
everything.
review.
Leave a bad
Yeah, we
review.
can do that too. We can try and restart everything if y'all bear with us.
I don't know.
Oh,
I
hang on
can't
a minute.
tell because I'm watching it and it looks fine now.
I've not seen any comments in a minute, y'all. What's going on in there? Are we?
I mean,
good
I'm
or what?
looking at the. I'm looking at it.
Okay, I'm watching it now and it's fine.
It looks fine. I
Okay.
did realize that we went from we were at like a high number of views, and all of a sudden it went down
Yeah,
to 7.
I
and I was
noticed
like,
that. I'm
what
like,
happened?
oh my gosh.
All right. So, anyways, let's get back to that show. So, Tim Jones won the overall. I heard you say
Yes, correct. Let me go back.
back in Twisted Addiction and not Tailgater, and I think he's going to be like that for. I don't know if it's going to be the rest of the year, just the rest of the summer. But when I talked to him last, it looks like he's going to be in that identity for a little while. And there's no shortage of good drivers at this show. I know that guy at heavy metal. He likes to ball hard. He wants to win every chance he gets. Tim Jones being there, the Talochkas. I get to run with them this next weekend. I'm pretty excited about that. So, and this was in Dixon, Tennessee, and not too far, I guess, down the road, or maybe it is a little bit far. I don't know. In Knoxville, Tennessee, Dalton Widener, who just won the first quarter of the toughest tour, driving Jurassic Attack, is having his hometown show. So I don't know if we have any footage from that show or not, but it is pretty cool that this guy went from winning one of the absolute best arena tour out there, hands down, 4 monster trucks, and then doing a show in his hometown this weekend. So shout out Dalton Widener. But hey, this is a good looking show right here.
Let's say it looks like it's pretty good. Not gonna lie. Where was this at again? I missed that part.
Dixon,
Tennessee.
Oh, geez, I want to go back to Tennessee. This would be worth it.
Yeah, heck yeah. This is a good show.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah,
geez.
Tim Jones. Yeah.
This reminds me a lot of like the West Celeb type of areas or Albany, New York, which I miss them shows a lot.
You
Feld
really have
did
a good time at.
Yeah, when we did them, that was my very first show was West Celeb, and it was just a blast because I guess it was one of those. It's a party show. Every day you have to drink. Apparently, not at the show. You can't be drinking on the job.
You can't drink
just
on
after
the job. Yes, sir.
Just after the job, and that's what we did a lot of. It was crazy.
Hey, shout out to Lee Plato and the stomping grounds, the Johnson family. Also, Paige Johnson watching now, Joey Maletti, Jeremy Parsons. What's going on, everybody? Glad y'all are hanging out with us tonight. So that was the
Welcome
All-Star
back.
show that happened this past weekend. TJ won both nights. It looks like Tim Jones, Twisted Addiction. Heart of Joe, what else happened this past weekend?
Well, do we want to go over our fantasy points?
Yes! Yes, we do!
I think it's okay that Spence is not on tonight because we all know Spence left a long time ago on this fantasy points thing.
I want to know.
What?
I want to know.
Okay, so there is one weekend left. Let's see, Arena Central. So I don't think it's going to shake up the points that much. So this is, I think, pretty much where everyone's going to sit. So, coming in third is Tweety.
Damn it!
You are 105 points behind the leader.
Oh, geez. What happened?
What happened?
I don't know. Ask the people on your team.
A lot of
I
happened.
don't know.
All season long.
Coming in second is myself. I am 69 points behind Coop, who is in now the lead.
Let's go! I've been in every position during this league.
You can thank Tom. Thank Tom and Brandon Vinson for your lead. Your
saved.
pretty big lead now.
Jeez, this is awesome. How about that? Let's
Are you
go.
okay, Tweety, over there?
Bro, I was in last place, third place, second place. Never hit first place, but let's save that for last. Let's go.
I mean, like I said, there's still one more weekend, but I don't think
Imagine.
points are going to change that much, to be honest.
It's just one tour, right?
Yeah, Arena Central, which Kristen is in the lead, and Tony Oaks is only 22 points behind her, so he could win.
I thought Tony was in the lead.
He was in the lead, and then she took it back. Oh, that's not very nice. Why are you upset?
Eat it.
This is stupid. I've led
This is
all
what
season long,
this is what happens when you come out too strong.
It's not even been the last 3 weeks.
Hey. Hey, I had a whole month. I let y'all take a lead. I let y'all try to take it over in 1 month. What happened? You know where I was for 2 weeks?
Spence is 613 points behind. So sorry, Spence.
Where I was actually for 2 weeks was I actually flew out and crewed to make sure I would win. So, which I'm not saying I won yet, but to get me in the lead. God, I swear if I just jinxed myself.
I hope you didn't jinx yourself.
I hope I didn't either. How many drivers? I have only one driver on that tour, don't I?
Yeah, you only have Tony, and then I think each of us have a person from that tour.
You have
I have two people.
Junior.
I have two people from that tour still.
Oh no.
I got Zimmer Jr. and then Spence has Kristen.
Yeah, Spence has Kristen, and then I have Zach, Garner, and Blake. So I have two people from that tour, and then you guys have one person from that tour.
Oh, I thought you had Kristen.
No, Spence has Kristen, which is not helping him, but.
Whew.
Hey, okay, let's change the subject because actually nobody wants to talk about this anymore. Change of subject. People are actually pretty excited that Coop is back.
Are they? I thought they hated me.
No, all these comments, they love
you. Dude, the whole time you were gone. The whole time. I had at least one person today asking when you were going to be back.
Oh, just surprise. Oh. I don't think I have that sound. Never mind. God dang it. Surprise, surprise. The king is back. Dang it. I had a golden opportunity and I messed it up.
All right, Harley Joe. We got our Monster Jam fantasy points out of the way. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about some Monster Jam highlights.
Yes. You want to go straight into the last show of Stadium Tour Red?
Yes, I do.
And play those highlights from Salt Lake City, Utah. This is the first time Monster Jam was at this stadium. It was a college stadium, I believe, and I don't know how to pronounce the name of the stadium.
Steve, where are the rest of the PKTs?
Scuba Steve, damn you!
You laid down the line, bro, even though when everyone else quit, you were the only one standing. Oh, what happened? Oh!
In that video, he kept the fuel tank full in that truck. Hey, this is awesome right here.
Where'd the body go? He was in frame, then he got back in frame, and the body's gone. Hey, yo.
That would be Adam.
Yes, this is Adam.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Match that hood up. Go, Todd.
Good thing for them plastic
Todd actually
hoods.
won the skills competition.
Look at him go.
Cole Vennard walked away with the racing win. And Ryan Disharoon won freestyle, his first freestyle win of the year.
Attaboy, Dish.
And then Todd also walked away with the overall win.
Look at him go. Oh, that's
Stoked
not
for my
good.
boy Todd. I think he ended up coming in third on the season.
He
Oh
did.
my goodness. Oh wow.
That
Um,
was
You had Adam Anderson coming in second, and then obviously Tom in first. But I'm super stoked for Gio for his first season as the lead crew guy on the primetime truck that is Todd LeDuc Blue Thunder. Guy absolutely killed it this year, and I'm so proud of him. Stoked for his future. He's going to be a huge, crucial part of all the crew guys at Monster Jam.
Hey, yo. One thing, though. Didn't I say at the beginning of the season Tom was going to pull out on top?
You did.
Yes.
I
We
need
all heard
Spence
it.
to, I need Spence's public apology.
If he was here, then maybe, but I don't think he's even
I'll hold
watching.
it to him. I'll hold it to him.
Ask him on Thursday.
Yeah.
But hey, think about this for a second, though. The metal shop battling all the gremlins that they faced this season with the chassis they started out with. Then they built a new truck halfway through the season, and it took the final show of the year for them to get their first freestyle win. Hats off to them.
It was crazy. Hats off to the best looking chassis they have in this whole sport. Honestly, in my opinion, it looks good.
I'm really looking forward to seeing that truck sometime this year. Hopefully, we get to run against them. Go, Todd.
Oh,
Go, Todd.
oh! Shut him off. I saw some fluid in the. Yep. Shut him off.
I think they just
did.
What do you do? Blow a shock?
No, there was a rear steer line that blew in the ram.
Coop, someone asked
you
if
know-
you're going to be at World Finals.
Am I? I'm not gonna lie. I thought about it. I really thought about it. I had my tickets in the cart, front row, both nights, pit party passes as well, and then I bought a house, and now I can't afford it.
Yeah, I identify with that. But hey, nonetheless, congratulations to Tom Mintz and Steve Lashinsky for taking that first place out there on the Stadium Series Red. And Coop, I know you are especially pumped that Tom has won.
Oh yeah, for sure. Congrats to him. His speech could have been better.
I liked his speech. I thought that was very nice.
Oh, did I freeze?
Oh, I know. I think you're good now. You're good now.
I was about to be like, bruh. The speech, it was no. Steve though, congrats to Steve. He killed it. He earned it for sure. His Facebook profile photo really showed his evolvement over the years.
Yes.
It looks like he stuck a fork in a light socket. It's crazy. So I'm looking forward to his new one.
Like a modern day Einstein.
Yeah. Honestly, I think he said he was going to be on here talking shit in the comments, but I don't see him.
Hey, yeah, I know y'all don't really care about all this, but I'm looking out the window over here in my brother's room. And Dad, if you happen to hear this, there is grass growing on the roof of your home. You should probably look into that.
Give him a break. He hasn't been home to take care of that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
What do you mean I need to shave my beard? Look at Tweety's beard. It's
mean
a little
Tweety's
longer
beard?
than mine.
I mean, look at
No,
that.
it says Coop. You need to shave your beard. Yo, I got gray in my beard.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Look at that. Look at that. Gray. I think it's crazy. What
Coop,
happened?
just because he's on a show all about monster trucks and doesn't know who Bob Chandler is. He's still stone cold of monster trucks.
I still don't know who Bob Chandler is.
Oh my gosh.
Son of a bitch.
Is that the guy I met, or is that the short
No.
cowboy?
No.
That is
what?
no.
Bob
No, you
Chandler.
met-
Oh my gosh.
Damn it.
I met the short cowboy.
You met the
Yes.
short cowboy, yes.
I got you.
Yes, you met
He's a good
USA
guy.
1.
I gave him a Mountain Dew.
Speaking of USA 1, how was your weekend, Tweety?
Okay, y'all. This conversation.
Long story
is gonna
short.
get- There's
What
no
happened?
long story short with this one. We're going to tread very lightly around this weekend's show. Okay, be very careful with my verbiage. What happened this weekend? Let's just say if we're being honest here, Team USA 1 and Team Barefoot and the Carolina Crusher ride truck set a show this past weekend, and I'm not going to say where it was at. I'm not going to say who the promoter was, and I'm not going to mention any of the other trucks that were at this show. I will tell y'all how Team USA 1 and Team Barefoot did, since y'all know that we were there. And if y'all know the other trucks at that show, hashtag GFY. But for their I'm not anyways, let's see if you can pick up what I'm talking about. It's a new promoter. Is a new promoter, okay, who hired an experienced promoter to come in and help him put on the show. Experience in quotations, because yes, he does have a long list of history in the business. Okay, long line of history in the business. Does not need to be doing shows right now. Okay, the guy that was hired to come in and help run the show. That's who I'm talking about. The new promoter.
Name drop him.
Nope, I'm not doing that.
No name drops. Let's be nice.
Not name dropping. The guy who put on the show, super nice guy. He really just needed some good help to help run the show this past weekend, but it was all over the place, y'all. It was a mess. You know, there was a drivers meeting, and I guess, you know, we got the list of like how the show was going to flow. The show was supposed to start at like 6:30 or 7 o'clock on the show schedule. It was scheduled to end at 10:40 at night.
Oh my gosh.
That is absolutely ridiculous. By the time we hit intermission, we realized we were an hour ahead of schedule. Yeah, because the show doesn't take that damn long. But you hired this guy to come in and run the show who was really on a mission to just ruin everything. I mean, the racing bracket was all over the place. Yeah, like he was like bringing back losers from every round to go back into the next round of racing. And to fast forward to the next night, he already had rounds 1 and 2 wrote down on a sheet of paper who's going to race each other.
Oh, it was one of them things.
It was messed up. It was messed up. Safety was a big concern this past weekend, which is a lot of the reason why I'm not name dropping the other competitors that were there. Like I said, if y'all know, you know, great, whatever. But I'm not bringing them out there. Just out of respect for them and their teams. A lot of sketchy shit happened this past weekend, which kind of is something that I wanted to talk about more than what happened with the trucks this past weekend. Now, I will say Team USA 1, Team Barefoot did a great job, and I'm not just saying that because I'm biased to them, but obviously the hometown crowd loved them, so they got the big cheer off. You know, they were the Gravedigger, you know, at this last weekend show. But both Dad and my brother went out last for freestyle both nights, and they both did a dual freestyle, which was really cool. You know, they got the hometown crowd cheering real loud for them, and that was great. We had a little bit of breakage on USA 1 and Coop. I don't know Pettibone stuff. Like, I can figure out how to work on them, but I don't know them like I know Clark's. So I'll try and see if I can make sense of this. On the right rear corner of USA 1, like if you were to take what is the planetary off, you've got these 4 pins. Hat. Yeah, you take these 4 like really thick pins are. Well, all those pins had snapped. They had broke. They're actually able to take those out, take them over and fab them up and re-weld all of them and throw them back in. I actually took a break from doing ride trucks to jump over and help get the truck ready and got him back out in time for freestyle. I think he just missed a round of racing and got him back out on the track, which is pretty cool at a small 6-truck show. Went out and did his dual freestyle, and it was good. I got to work on the ride truck this past weekend. I was actually really pumped to drive the ride truck. This ride truck I was driving was my dad's ride truck when he first got into the business. This is the truck that he personally owned, and it was almost an emotional night for me the first night going in and driving the truck. I mean, this is what we used. You know, it's how we got our foot in the business. And what do you know? I get into doing like 3 rides, and the damn truck dies. It just and died. And I wrestled with that truck for the next hour. I was like, look, screw it. I'm done for the night. And, you know, I only gave like 3 rides. I was pretty disappointed, but at least I got the help of the show from that point on. Then the next day, I got up first thing in the morning, and I fought with that truck, Coop, Harley, all day long. Till show start, I was fighting with that stupid truck. I went through the entire fuel system, and right at show start, like they were literally bringing the truck out for intros, I got that thing to fire up and stay running. And I didn't shut it off for like the next 3 hours. I was giving rides, trying to make some money for the team. I did not shut that truck off. And then when I did shut it off, it was almost impossible to fire back up again. So there's something going on with the fuel system on that truck. We will get it figured out, and it'll end up being a good piece for us. But that truck is set for like 12 years. You know what I mean? And this was the first show back for it. But nonetheless, it'll end up being a good piece for us. USA won, Barefoot, they did great. Now, let's talk about this, Coop. Coop, you
What you
know,
got?
Harley, you know damn well when it comes to safety at these shows. Monster trucks, this might be a little bit of my personal belief, but monster trucks is the safest motorsport out there. Okay, since the 80s, the sport has evolved in a way that you can almost make the trucks. I guess I shouldn't say that, but it's a very safe sport. Okay, you can literally shut the trucks down with a click of a button. You go through all these tests, all these procedures before the show to make sure the trucks are going to operate the way they should safely. And at these smaller shows, sometimes these promoters, and I'm talking about the guy who was hired to come in and run this, not the guy who actually put on the show, but guy was not thinking with his lid this past weekend. There were people down on the track during the show, like at the finish line of a straight line drags racing course, just chilling there on his dirt bike. We had to shut the trucks off and yell at this guy to get off the track. And I mean, it was all over the place. And don't get me wrong, there have been people that have been hurt at monster trucks before, seriously hurt. But compared to other forms of motorsports, monster trucks still has to be the safest form of racing. I just see the way. I mean, you look at, for instance, the way the drivers are bolted into the truck or strapped in the truck now. They used to sit on an actual suspension seat and bounce around in there. A little foam neck collar. Now we are actually strapped in so tight we are a part of the truck. We are an actual piece of the monster truck. And then as far as being out, the track officials, everybody's outside, at least at Monster Jam anyways. They're all full blown fire suits with fire masks on. Coop, Harley, what are some other safety features of the sport that you think really benefit us into being the safest form of motorsports?
High vis.
Yeah.
Unless you're in a crew shirt, because then it don't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then it apparently doesn't matter. How about wheel tethers?
Wheel tethers is a big thing. Reverse lights, the flashing strobe lights.
Yeah, with the alarm on it.
Yeah, all the tethers actually that are on, the sway bars.
Yeah, I was gonna say sway bar. Yeah, the tethers for the drive shaft cage.
Yeah, the cage itself and the blanket.
Now, this isn't mandatory at most independent events, but at Monster Jam, you have the drive shaft blankets that surround the cage.
Mm-hmm.
They'll catch a U-joint if the thing decides to blow up. They are, look, dude, don't get me wrong, they suck to change. However, I've seen it firsthand. Watch a U-joint assembly blow up and the drive shaft blanket catch that shit. The whole reason that was invented is because at a couple of shows, a couple times before, in the past, that whole assembly has blown up before and stuff gone out in the crowd, flung out in the crowd and hit people. I mean, it's a very dangerous, component of the truck. Will fail more often than we're willing to admit, and that drive shaft blanket will catch that shit and do its job. That's why, and they're really expensive. I don't even want to throw a number out there because I sound stupid, but they are a very expensive piece of equipment.
What else is there?
How about the what am I thinking of here? The fire suppression system in the trucks, which I mean that may be popular in NASCAR. That may be popular in NASCAR and other forms of motorsport as well, but that's mandatory in our sport as well. Also, in our sport, we can only have our engines up to like our blocks can only be up to, I think it's 575 if I'm not mistaken, cubic inches. Can't go any bigger than that. Not supposed to run any bigger than an 871 blower. So there's a lot of safety precautions that have been added to the industry over the years. And I apologize, y'all, if I'm lagging over here. I'm kind of seeing that now. But a lot of safety techniques have been added over the years. I think that's one thing that definitely benefits our sport the most of other forms of motorsport. Harley, is there any other safety features you can think of right now that you think are crucial to our sport?
I can't think of any at the top of my head. I think you said them all.
Yeah.
Sometimes at these smaller promoters, y'all, you know, they tend to forget a lot of these things. And I know that guy that was helping running the show this past weekend, he was not thinking with his lid. He was not thinking with safety in mind. I don't know what he was thinking in mind. It was not running a good show. I mean, he looked to me and some of the other crew guys that actually helped run the show, like call the shots, like, hey, you fire up and then give us the kill radios and we're testing. It's like, we are not getting paid to put on the show. We are not getting paid to run the trucks. Okay, that's up to y'all in the back. And somehow we got stuck into doing it. And I will tell y'all this.
Geez.
Listen to this. The show was so all over the place. They forgot to do the national anthem at the beginning of the show.
Oh no!
Oh,
After
what?
intermission, they did the national anthem.
Why? Why even do it at that
No,
point?
at-
Like,
at
you already
that-
missed
yeah.
it.
You dummy!
What?
What an idiot!
It was all over the place, y'all. It was unreal. I mean, man, I felt bad for that guy because the guy who was the actual real promoter of the show, great guy, really wanted to see the hometown crowd get a good show. He brought in really good trucks and paid them all. He didn't short anybody. You know, even though he took a
He
big
was
loss on the
destined for
show.
greatness.
I think if he would have had somebody else helping him run the show and just help with the promoting as well, I think the venue's awesome. I mean, the lighting's pretty decent. The stands, I mean, the whole speedway, it's a really good location, I think, especially for monster trucks. But you got to get somebody else to help him run the show, though, because this guy is just not safe for the sport. It's not good.
So your weekend went terrible.
It was a nightmare. It was a living nightmare. Yeah. The best part of the weekend, though, the best part, I don't know, y'all don't know what I'm talking about in the crowd, in the comments section, okay? The best part of this weekend was hanging out and living out of the MDFT. That made the
Well, you have
weekend
to
right
explain to
there.
people what you're talking about. Because it's an
Coop,
inside,
do you know what the
it's
MDFT
an
is?
inside joke right now.
NBFT.
MDFT.
MDFT.
I don't think so.
That, my friend, is the $1 million freight train that I have the absolute honor of running right now. The new rig that I got this past weekend that our boss, James Trentina, just so gracefully blessed me with this new rig that I'm driving. It's a 2015 Peterbilt toter home, all black and chrome, 33,000 miles on. Thing's basically brand new. Leather all the way around. I'll try to put up some pictures up here maybe next stream so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But y'all, when I'm referring to the MDFT, that's what I'm talking about. The hashtag MDFT. This thing, Coop, has a slide-out grill on the side of the thing. I literally popped out that damn grill this past weekend and was grilling up cheddar bratwurst for lunch during the show.
I want it. The bratwurst, really.
Just the bratwurst.
Yeah, I just want the bratwurst. But that sounds amazing.
Yeah, I'll put up some pictures next stream. Y'all see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But that was the best part of the weekend. Definitely the best part of the weekend. Just
bratwurst.
hanging out. Yeah, it was the bratwurst. It was the grill on the MDFT. It was living in straight luxury, y'all. Our boss is taking care of us. And I can't go into any further detail other than what I'm about to say. We do have a new crew guy added to the roster, and I'm not sure when he will be joining us, but y'all know him, and he will be joining us maybe within the next month. I would hope so. We definitely need him ASAP.
Wait, a new crew guy to Triple B?
Yep, we
Do
have
I
a
know
new
this
crew guy
person?
coming to Triple B. Yes,
It's
yeah,
me.
we all know him. We all know him.
Who is it?
I just told you I can't say it right now.
You almost said it.
Do
You
I
almost
know
said
him?
it. Does Coop know him?
Yes, Coop knows him as well.
I need
He's
a
been
hint.
on our show before. He's been on our show. So he will be adding him to the roster
not a
here
good
fairly
enough hint.
soon. And but
Well, I
that's
want
just
to
it.
know. Why didn't you tell me about this? I want to know.
Hey, will you let me talk for a minute?
No, you've been talking the whole night.
Oh, got him.
Other good crew guys and girls come join our team, y'all. We're having a lot of fun. I'm going to South Carolina this weekend. Going to get to hang out with the Tolochkas, with Brandon Darrow. Bad news travels fast. It'll be me and the Boss Gator. It'll be my pops USA 1, my brother, and Barefoot. We'll all be going head-to-head with each other. And those are the only trucks that I know of as of right now that are going to be out there. There might be one more. I'm not real sure who it's going to be. We'll be out there. I believe it's Sumter Speedway in South Carolina. Trailer Trash RC, if you're watching, he knows all about it. I think he's maybe in with that promoter as well. That's what we're doing this weekend. But,
Wait,
y'all,
we
we
have
just
to
need
do-
some good.
We have to do one thing. Coop.
What?
I think it's that time of the night. Do you know what I'm talking
Hey,
about?
yo. Like the video! What are you doing with your life? It's not liking the video. What how many likes we have?
We have 17, and we have 43 people watching.
43 people divided by 17 equals the amount of likes we need to get. I don't know how much that is, but like the video.
Now that Coop got that out of his system. I also want to give a big shout out to my cousin, Kyle Thomas, who hung out with us this past weekend, who so graciously offered his help in getting USA 1 back on the track as well. He just happened to be standing right there and helped us. So shout out Kyle Thomas. Thanks for helping us this past weekend. It was good hanging out with you. Don't get to see you all that often, and it was good. For those of y'all who don't know who Kyle is, he actually owned Pablo Huffbaker's, I think it's Just Showing Off truck. It was like one of his first trucks, or if not his first truck. He owned it for a little while. He actually was a big part in restoring it, and it is now sent off to another Hall of Fame, not the one that's in Auburn, but another one. I don't know the location of it because it's not open yet, but there is actually another Monster Truck Hall of Fame. That's where this truck is at right now. Man, I wish Spence was on here.
Well,
Yeah. What's up with that?
Where is
Yo,
I wonder if
we
Spence
talking
can even
about-
watch. I wonder if he can even watch us.
you should be able to.
Probably not, since he's not commenting.
Hmm.
I guess the service
What
is
an
that bad where he's
ass.
at.
I'm surprised. He's staying at a hotel. He doesn't have good service. That's weird.
Hey, that happened to me sometimes last year.
don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
same. It's crazy. Not gonna lie. Are we talking about motocross at all?
So, I've been just running and gunning over here. I actually don't know a lot of what's happened with motocross, other than the fact that Jet Lawrence is the East Coast champion.
And Eli Tomac is the 450 champion officially.
Oh, did he wrap it up?
Hmm.
Hell yeah. Good for him. That's awesome.
Good for you.
I did
Did
for
you see the
you.
fight?
I did not
The
see the
fight?
fight.
Yeah, there was a wreck, and two guys were just like looking at each other, and some guy came out of fucking nowhere, smacked into another dude, and they started fighting like children, and it was hilarious. I
I'm
highly
telling
recommend
y'all,
you look
that
it up.
sport is brutal. They take no shit at Supercross. It's like I said, it's unreal that it's owned by Feld Entertainment because they run Monster Jam the complete polar opposite of the way that Supercross is run. And I wish Monster Jam had a little bit of Supercross in it.
It's crazy. I think it's funny. Yeah, I like it. It's well done. Like, to be honest, it's a well done sport or a show. Yeah,
I mean, I
so.
honestly, I can't get enough of it. And the reason why I actually haven't been tuning in or keeping up with a lot of the results is because I actually enjoy sitting down and watching. I enjoy watching all the rounds of racing. I won't watch qualifying, just, qualifying. But I really enjoy watching every single round of racing, and I don't want to know the information ahead of time. I like being just surprised like I'm watching it live, right? And I haven't been able to do that the past 2 weeks, just been caught up with, or, just busy with monster truck stuff, which is fine. I'm enjoying it, loving it, living life. But I love me some Supercross as well. So I'm glad to hear that Eli Tomac was actually able to wrap it up and become the series champion. I believe Cooper Webb was the last series champion in the 450 class. So the great E3 has it wrapped up now. Guy's insane. Also, Brandon Benson clinched his tour, rocking out the Arena Series West.
That's another one of my fantasy league guys. Look at me go.
And then following him was Tristan England, followed by David Too Tall Olfert, and I believe Travis Mowry after that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe you're right.
I'm really just all caught up on the fact that Too Tall was the top independent on that tour. I think that shows a lot of just how skilled of a driver he really is. I think it shows that Monster Jam missed out on having a great driver in Too Tall by watching him walk out the door and go straight into the independent world. They've done that with a lot of good crew guys in the past, not giving them a chance to drive. And obviously, I think he's got to be the top guy that they've let go in the last 5 years that has turned out to be a great driver. And Travis Mowry being the second top independent on that tour, hopping in a truck he's never drove before and wheeling it to fourth place on that tour, that speaks volumes about him as well. And I'm sorry, I don't remember the other drivers on that tour. I just know the top four, and that's really about it. Was I think maybe Bernard was on that tour as well, right?
Yeah, Bernard and then Kalen and Brad Allen and were on that tour as well.
They were? I thought they were on a different tour.
No, Kalen and Travis were together, and then Brad was driving Nitro Menace, remember?
Oh, I see. I could have swore they were on different tours. So, okay. All right. Cool. Well, that should also mean, if I'm not mistaken, that the Miguez's trucks, both Kalen's trucks and what the truck that Brad Allen was driving, Nitro Menace, they should be headed up to Triple B within the coming weeks. I think
Yep,
they're going to take some time to maybe go through them a little bit, hopefully before they send them up to us, because I know those trucks were run really hard this first quarter, and then they're headed up to Triple B to get their new facelift and new identities added to them, and will be hitting the ground running this summer. They've actually already got shows scheduled for them.
Dang, already? You haven't even got them yet?
Already, there's a whole tour scheduled for those two trucks, and hopefully they show up in pretty good condition, unlike some other trucks we've got in the past.
Dang.
Do you also want to announce that we have put some new stuff on the website finally? Like actual new stuff?
Well, I'm going to let you kind of take control of that because you know more about that than what I do.
Well, you looked at the same stuff that I did.
Listen, y'all, there's a lot of new merchandise on the website. It looks amazing. I don't know. Has it always been like that, or did you just recently update it?
I just updated it last night.
Well, it looks amazing. Y'all need to go check it out, honestly.
Well, I think for y'all that watch our show and you've been supporting us by our merch, I mean, by buying our merch, obviously, thank you. But for those of y'all who watch our show and you haven't bought any merch, y'all, this really goes a long way. It's really what helps us like upgrade our equipment, and every dime that we make actually goes right back into the show just to even further better it. You know, y'all see we have a hard time with our technology, and there's some things that we can do to upgrade that, but we need y'all's help, and that's what the merch store is for. So if y'all be just so gracious enough to support our show by buying our merch, it really help us out a lot. Been able to add some new stuff. Spence has been busting his ass working and paying a lot of his own money to get some new designs added to our arsenal, and they definitely do not disappoint, y'all. He really went way out of his way to make sure that we've got some good merch now. I mean, not that we haven't had good merch, but just making everything better. We also got rid of some stuff on our website, correct, Harley?
I'm sorry, what?
We also got rid of some stuff.
Oh, we did. Yes, we had our spring cleaning sale, so we got rid of, I believe, this shirt that I'm wearing. I believe that we got rid of. So yeah, all that stuff we got rid of is not coming back, but it was replaced by a bunch of new stuff that I think everyone will hopefully like.
I think they'll appreciate it. I think for those y'all, even if you've got stuff from us in the past and you want some more nice merch, go run to our website, thethrottleoutshow.com. Check it out. Also, make sure you subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed. Y'all, think we're over 900 now, climbing towards 1,000. Y'all, thank you so much for supporting our stuff. What else happened this past week, or what else do we need to discuss? What else?
That's all I have on my notes. Unless, Coop, you have something else.
Yeah, I'm looking at the website right now. I'm debating on buying these the motor socks. Get some high socks. They'd go good.
The motor socks.
Shoes.
The motor socks I wear on race day.
Does it give
I'm
you
serious.
good luck?
Those are my good luck socks. Yeah. Hell yeah.
I might have to. I thought about getting the pet bandana for
You
my
should
doggos.
for both the pugs. You should.
It would be perfect, to be honest. But no, I don't know really what else. What else did happen, guys?
Well, there's now
What does it
only
mean?
11 spots open for World Finals, so I don't know who's going to take those last
Oh.
11 spots.
All right.
Now that
how
Tom
many
and
drivers is there
Brandon-
going to be?
24 total in the main show, but they haven't announced like the skills or the high jump competition yet.
That's actually cool. Was it like that last year?
I think it was more last World Finals.
Wasn't it
I
like
think.
32?
I think it was.
I don't
That-
know. I don't think it. Honestly think it was just 24 for the main field.
At the
They
last
need
World
to
Finals, it
bring
was.
it to 16.
Why?
It could be more competitive. Like people will be like really gunning for it. I don't know. Less wear and tear on the trucks during racing, to where after you go racing for so long, or I guess no, that would no. That's actually less. That's more wear and tear because the trucks are gonna overheat so fast. Now that I'm thinking about it, bring in the more trucks to more cooling time on them brake.
I would like to
pads
see
and-
more trucks. No, I think that would be sweet. I think you bring in qualifying. I mean, they've always had qualifying for World Finals, but no, I like that. I mean, they're obviously not going to have the showdown or what you call the double down showdown or the Young Guns or whatever. They've not announced
You
that they're
can't
doing
say
that,
that.
which
Can't say Young Guns.
kind of lame. Oh no. But they're not doing that. They haven't announced their competitors for all their cool little skills challenges that they think is just a really neat idea. Which
It's a sleep
Whatever.
fest. That's enough time to go buy merchandise at the trailer.
yeah, it's plenty of time for the truck that you're crewing on to go out and completely wad their shit up, so you can't get it back in time for freestyle or the racing element. So there's that.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense, my
Yeah,
guy.
I remember in 19, Todd went out to do the high jump, went out and wadded his shit up, and Tom did too. If you remember, Coop, Tom did as
Oh,
well in
yeah.
the high jump competition. Y'all had to do some fab work.
It was a down bar, but I was also not on that truck, and I tried to avoid it. I was on Neil's, and guess what we did? We did the two-wheel skills that should have won it.
Yep.
We were robbed again. There's two
Yep.
times. Yeah, who they gave it to Tom? Imagine that.
Coop, do you think people on this that watch our show that don't care for you, I don't think they understand that you are a two-time champ.
Two-time series champ, thanks to Neil. I was screw guy. It was crazy. Best 2 years ever. The very first championship was a way better win than the last one because it was also kind of thanks to COVID. But
Yeah.
I'm still gonna count it. We were in the lead. Morgan Kane ain't got nothing on us.
Hey,
But no,
I got a question for. No. Go ahead. No, keep going. Sorry.
Not I had a lot, but that's okay. No, I don't have a lot. Just go.
Go, Tweety.
Go.
Well, what I was going to say was, so Neil won that first quarter. You were saying basically, shout out COVID for ending the season and left the points where they're at. Let's talk about that just real quick. I know we're kind of coming up on our time here, but towards the end of that season, Neil's freestyle scores got lower and lower and lower, and I found that very interesting because he really didn't change his recipe all season long. He went out, had a very calculated freestyle, was still cutting it loose at the same time, and just doing what he needed to do, I think, in order to get good scores. And it was like each week his scores got lower and lower and lower.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about how shitty fan judging is and how it needs to go. It just needs to go away, right? It needs to go bye-bye. I mean, we're talking not only at Monster Jam, but also in all the small independent shows. Fan judging needs to go away. It's hurting our sport. But, I mean, I'm assuming that's why his scores were getting lower, Coop. I mean, you were on that truck. Is that why his scores were going downhill?
All right, so we all know sometimes the scores don't matter what the fans judge it. It's whoever decides in the box. Correct?
Yes. Yes, that's
So
correct.
we're pretty sure because was Ryan Anderson on that tour as well? He
Yes.
Yes,
was.
yeah,
Yes.
he was.
So obviously he didn't get to win his last year, and they need a Gravedigger or Ryan to win. They really wanted him to win, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were getting sabotaged, all right? And I know I talk about getting sabotaged, just like the Cowboys. We get sabotaged. Don't worry, I'm used to it because I'm a
Gosh.
Cowboys fan. But anyway, as we were going on, the freestyles were amazing, but we'd get 5th place. And we're like, what happened? It literally got to a point in Kansas City. Neil laid down a beautiful freestyle. He got back before the score, and we're all standing there. 7.8. And Neil tosses his helmet and is like, what do I got to do? Like, what do you want me to do?
I remember that.
I've done everything.
I
It's just like,
yeah, I remember that.
that was like our 4th time getting 5th place out of a freestyle that he filled the time, hit every jump, big air, backflip, maybe a little save, 4th place. It's like, why? What are y'all doing this for? And it was just like, because we took such, another thing that I think was the reasoning is because we did take a big lead at first. At the beginning, we were we started off at like week 4. 1 month in, we're 20 points ahead climbing. And we're also pretty sure that was them just knocking the points even so that way it could be interesting at the end. Not going to make it fair judging, but they wanted a closer battle because you can't have a 50-point lead after the first month, apparently, when you work your ass off to get there. That's honestly what I think started happening with that part, but no, anyway, continue.
I don't know. It's just I don't think they understand. Like, yeah, obviously, all the higher ups at Monster Jam, they make their deals with their sponsors and their other partners, and they want them to look good, and they want obviously to look good. So everybody's gonna be doing everything they can within their power to make sure that happens. And I don't think they understand how much that actually hurts their sport. Yeah, I might be putting money in Monster Jam's pocket. It may be benefiting all the higher ups. Maybe 1 or 2 teams in particular in all of Monster Jam, but they don't understand how much it's actually hurting their sport by doing that ignorant shit like that. So I'm hoping sometime in the very near future they will start correcting that. Make it a little more like Supercross where the points are more legit. They are they actually add up, they make sense, and they benefit all the teams all the way around. I know that's a lot to ask for, but Monster Jam, you listen to our shows, please do something. Get rid of fan judging. Hopefully at World Finals they've announced that they're doing something with fan judging and actual judges. I've seen it being a huge cluster and being a big mess, but we'll see how it pans out. I mean, kudos for them to actually listening to a lot of us out there who love the sport and want to see some stuff change, and they're starting somewhere. So we'll see how it works.
One last thing, since we're on the topic of getting screwed, like the Cowboys.
Oh my
gosh.
No, I mean it's the closest thing I can compare it to. So after me and Mason won the series championship with Neil, my first year, the second year, we were in the lead. We were basically going into the show in the lead, not by a lot. We needed to win or get second place in every event. We had it because we just had Adam. Adam was gonna fold under pressure, obviously, and if he's watching this, he would agree with me. Adam Anderson is just he folds, but he missed the last show, so they brought in Ryan Anderson to drive for him.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You have no idea how mad I got because I looked at the other guy who was in my trailer and I'm like, we lost. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, it's Ryan. Like, they're going to give it to him.
Yeah.
Because he gets so stupid lucky. I mean, most of it is skill for sure, but it's also at least 50% luck when he comes to the 2-wheel skills. And it's freestyles. He's just crazy about all that. but we lost by like a couple points. But then I was told a year later they messed up the points and we actually never lost. So who knows? Yeah, they're like, oh well, it's too late now. But I think you did win that series. We're like, oh, cool, perfect.
Fan judging needs to go. Long story short, it's way past its time. Coop, why don't you go ahead and hit us with the outro, my man?
I will, and I did remember this one thing. I'm gonna humble myself. My very last season with the company was my very first time getting third place ever in a whole series championship. It's crazy.
Wow.
First and second was all I knew. So, with that being said, hope you all enjoyed. Except for that little fumble we had at the middle. It wasn't my fault, I swear. It was Spence's fault. So yell at him Thursday. You know where to find us on Instagram. Throttle Out Show Instagram. We don't have a Twitter, so don't tweet us. Snapchat, not going to give that out. Go subscribe to our channel right now. And while you're there, go find our website, which I think is on the channel. If not, Facebook.
Follow Triple B Motorsports on Instagram.
Yeah, that too. When in doubt, throttle out, stay frosty, and drink a beer because it's National Beer Day every day. Peace out.